Assalamualaikum. A quick video on the nomenclature of alcohol compound. So alcohol compound can be named using the IUPAC system and also the common system. So basically there are three types of alcohol that we can name. The first one is the aliphatic. Aliphatic is considered as straight or branch carbon-carbon chain like this. So we can have the OH molecule attached to it, or we can have a cyclic structure. For instance, we have the cyclohexane which attached to the OH, and then we're going to have an aromatic compound which is similar like the cyclic, okay, tapi base structure dia adalah benzene. So benzene is a cyclohexane with a circle inside which attached to the OH. We're going to discuss about the IUPAC name first. For the IUPAC name, okay, there are few guidelines that we need to consider. For me, we're going to take a look at first the functional group, and then second will be the longest chain, which is closest to the main functional group. Okay, sebagai contoh, katakanlah kita ada we talk about the functional group first. Okay, we already knew that for any alcohol, it derived from the alkene hydrocarbon. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the E into all. Okay, for instance, if the alcohol contains 4 carbon, it will be butane. So kalau kita gantikan salah satu hydrogen dengan OH, the E at the back will be transferred into all. So dia akan jadi butanol. Okay, the most common mistake apa yang berlaku adalah kita keliru dengan alkene dengan alkyne pasal A and E ni akan bertukar jadi in atau ein. Jadi kita tersilap, kita gantikan A and E tu kepada all, sedangkan yang perlu kita tukar adalah yang letter E sahaja. So yang salah adalah bila kita tulis but all. Okay, this is the incorrect one. Okay, regarding the functional group, okay, why do we need to consider the functional group first? Because for instance, let's say I give you a compound which comprises of 2 or more functional groups. Okay, kita dah lukiskan structure begini. So let's say we have OH over here and then we have alkene over here. So in this case, ada 2 functional group. First one is the hydroxyl group, the other one is the alkene group. So that's why kita kena compare dulu which one is going to become the parent. So in our previous topic in session 258, kita ada bincangkan pasal benda ni, pasal priority of the functional group of the hormone series. We knew that alcohol having more priority compared to the alkene. So instead of naming this compound as an alkene dekat belakang, okay, nama compound ni sepatutnya belongs to the alcohol, should end up with OL. Okay, ada example. Let's say we have the alcohol compound. Okay, saya look at alcohol compound sini, OH. Dan kita ada carboxyl, okay, molecule attached to the chain. So in this case, we have not only alcohol, but also we have carboxylic acid. So in this case, if we are comparing alcohol dengan carboxylic acid, technically carboxylic acid will have the higher priority, which means that kalau kita nak namakan compound ni, okay, nama compound ni should end up with oic acid instead of all. Kenapa? Pasal alkohol ada priority yang lebih tinggi berbanding dengan carboxylic acid. Okay, that's why syarat pertama tadi saya nyatakan first we take a look at the functional group. And the following guideline, which is number 2, which is the longest chain. Okay, longest chain ni mestilah dikira berhampiran ataupun paling dekat dengan functional group yang mempunyai high priority. Okay, let's take a look some more examples. The first structure is aliphatic alcohol. So let's say we have a series of carbon chain, and then the alcohol is located at the first carbon, and then we compare it with a similar structure with the isomer. Okay, ada 6 carbon and it is positioned at the third carbon. Untuk contoh ni okay, the numbering should start closest to the functional group. Okay, hanya carbon saja boleh nomborkan. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. While for this one, okay, adakah kita bermula daripada kiri dengan kanan? Jadi dia akan jadi daripada kiri sebab, maaf, ia akan jadi di sebelah. Ia akan mula pada sebelah kanan sebab kedudukan OH tu akan berada pada carbon number 3. Sekiranya kita bermula daripada kiri tadi, kedudukan OH akan berada pada carbon number 4 instead of carbon number 3. That's why we choose this kind of numbering, because it is closest to the main functional group. So sebagai contoh, ada 6 carbon. Nama 6 carbon adalah hexane. Okay, but since we have the functional group of OH here, the E will change into all. So it become hexanol. And for IUPAC system, don't forget that we need to identify the position of the location of the functional group, which is at the first carbon. So you can write it as 1-hexanol. Okay, bagi sebarang alkohol yang terletak pada carbon nombor 1, kita boleh ignore lah yang nombor 1 ni. So if you name it as 1-hexanol pun, it is correct. Okay, ada naming, it can be also hexan 1-ol. Again, for any functional group which is located on the first carbon, kita boleh ignore nombor 1 tu. You can simply write it as hexanol. Okay, that will be the main name. Okay, what about this one? Okay, the second example, the alcohol is located at the third carbon, therefore the name still hexane because it has 6 carbon. Again, we're going to change the E into all. So apa yang akan berlaku adalah kita nyatakan posisi hydroxy tadi, so it will become 3-hexanol. Okay, 3-hexanol. Or the other option is we have hexan 3-ol. So kedua nama ni 3-hexanol and also hexan 3-ol is both acceptable. Cuma sekarang ni you should understand that this is the old IUPAC naming, and di mana kita ada nombor di depan, while hexan 3-ol is the current or the new IUPAC system. So either way the naming will be okay. Ini untuk aliphatic. Moving on to cyclic. For cyclic compound, okay, let's say we use 5 carbon, and also we can use 6 carbon, 3 carbon or 4 carbon or 3 carbon minimum. So kita letak OH dekat mana-mana carbon pada cyclic compound tersebut. Therefore, automatically the carbon which attached to the OH will be considered as the first carbon. And then you can do the numbering clockwise or anti-clockwise. Okay, untuk cyclopentane ni saya buat clockwise, while for cyclohexane I'm doing anti-clockwise. So mana-mana pun boleh, depends on the position of your substituent. Okay, buat masa ni sekarang kita tak ada apa-apa substituent. Untuk cyclic, remember that we need to put the prefix of cyclo at the front. So gelang ni ada 5 carbon, it will become cyclopentane. While for the below structure ni, it will become cyclo, 6 carbon is hexane. And then please take note that we have the alcohol which attached to the first carbon. We change the E here into all. Same goes for the cyclohexane. The E will convert it into all, which going to give us cyclopentanol and also cyclohexanol. Please take note, again, the position of the OH is located on the first carbon. Jadi, saya tak ada tulis pun numbering dekat situ. But then, if you write the structure like this, cyclopentan, 1-all, is still acceptable. However, again, I will highlight that cyclopentanol is more preferable. Sama case macam cyclohexanol, instead of writing it as cyclohexane 1-all, you just write it as cyclohexanol. Okay. Last but not least, what about aromatic alcohol? The basic form of aromatic alcohol is phenol. It is a benzene which attached to the OH. So the combination of the benzene and OH we call as phenol, PHENOL. Jadi inilah asal untuk aromatik. Sekali lagi, carbon yang attached dengan OH will be considered as the first carbon, and it's up to you to number the carbon. Okay, sama ada clockwise ataupun anti-clockwise depending on the location of the substituent. Ingat, if you are forgetting to draw the circle inside the ring, this is not phenol, this will be considered as cyclohexanol. So always remember to assign the circle inside the ring. Kita tengok beberapa contoh mudah. Okay, ini untuk aliphatic. Kita akan tambahkan berapa substituent. And of course, we're going to add our major compound, which is OH. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit. Bromine. Okay, bromine di situ. Okay, first step, we're going to identify what are the functional group appears present inside the structure. So, kita nampak di sini, kita ada alcohol dan juga kita ada alkyl halide. So, based on the priority, we knew that alcohol having the higher priority compared to the bromine. From here, we're going to decide numbering mana kita nak pakai. Okay, if we start from the left, okay, the position of the alcohol will be located at the 5th carbon. Kalau kita bermula daripada kanan pula, alkohol ini akan terletak pada karbon nombor 4. Jadi, from here, we're going to choose the numbering starting from the right. So, the longest chain that we can come out with is 8. Okay, write down first the parent chain, which is octane. And then we can see that the alcohol is located at carbon number 4. Therefore, we're going to change the E into all. So this becomes octane for all. Okay, always come out with the parent chain first. Kemudian kita lihat ada tak substituent. Okay, the substituent is located at 3-bromo. And then we have at carbon number 6, there is 2 methyl group. Since it is the same group, we can combine it and it will become dimethyl. Sekali lagi, we put the prefix di because there is 2 of the methyl group attached to carbon number 6. For the numbering, we need to mention the position twice. So, dia akan jadi 6,6 dimethyl. After we have list down the parent and all the substituent, okay, to write down the name, we just arrange it based on the guideline given. So, nama parent akan berada belakang, which is octane for all. Kemudian, between 6,6 dimethyl and 3-bromo, we're going to put the 3-bromo first because based on the alphabetical order. We are comparing B from bromo and also M from the methyl, okay, to decide siapa yang akan diletakkan terlebih dahulu. So, the full answer will be 3-bromo, 6,6 dimethyl octane for all. So this will be the answer. Moving on to cyclic structure. Let's say we have the cyclopentanol. Okay, this time around, we're going to add an ethyl group, and then we're going to add a chlorine, and we're going to add a methyl group attached to it. For cyclic compound, automatically, again, the OH will have the first number. Alright, carbon yang dekat pada OH akan dapat first number. So now, let's look whether we're going to number the structure clockwise or anti-clockwise. So, kalau kita buat clockwise, the position of the substituent will be located at carbon number 2, 4, and also 5. Kalau kita buat anti-clockwise, dia akan berada pada 2, 3 dan juga 5. Antara kedua nombor ini, okay, we notice that the 2, 3, 5 is a lower combination. That's why we're going to choose this numbering anti-clockwise. Kita tidak akan pakai yang atas ni, kita tidak akan pakai. So sama juga dengan step kita buat tadi. Determine the parent chain first. The parent chain consists of 5 carbon together with the alcohol. So this will become cyclopentanol. Again, since the hydroxyl group is located on the first carbon, saya ignore saja. Okay, tak perlu tulis. And then we list down every substituent there. We have number 2, we have methyl. Number 3, we have chloro. And number 5, we have ethyl. So after we have list everything, okay, kita akan susun nama parent chain di belakang, which is cyclopentanol. Okay, between these 3 substituent, the one that should come first will be chloro because it starts with C, and then followed by E, and finally 2-methyl will be the last in the arrangement. So, apa kita akan dapat adalah 3-chloro, 5-ethyl, and 2-methyl cyclopentanol. Okay, jadi sekarang ni, seperti anda lihat, we arrange all the substituent not because of the numbers. However, we are looking at the letters. Okay, please take note that again, di, tri, or tetra does not considered in determining the alphabetical order. Pasal dia menunjukkan nombor. Okay, perkara yang sama juga boleh dibuat untuk aromatic. For aromatic compound, okay, we have a phenol. Okay, we can add any kind of substituent. Alright, I would like to put bromine here. Okay, OH yang saya letak pada carbon tu akan will be considered as the first carbon, and the numbering was chosen here because the lowest number of the substituent is positioned at carbon number 2. So the combination will be 2, 4, and also 5. First, name the parent. The parent will be phenol. Okay, which representing the OH together with the benzene. And the substituent is located at 2, which is called as isopropyl. And then we have carbon number 4. We have bromine. And also carbon number 5, we also have bromine. Since number 4 and number 5 is the same group, so we can combine this, it will become 4,5 dibromo. In the end, we're going to arrange them. Phenol, as the name of the parent, will be positioned at the back. Okay, between these two, we are comparing letter I together with letter B. Again, letter D is not considered as based on the alphabetical order. So the full name will become 4,5 dibromo 2 isopropyl phenol. Other things that you need to consider is between a number and a number there should be comma, while between a letter and a number or number with a letter there should be dash. That's all the basic concept for IUPAC naming. In the next video, we're going to discuss a little bit on the common names. If you have any question, please leave a comment on this video or in the Telegram channel. See you guys in another video. Goodbye.